Hello everyone, and welcome to the 100th episode of the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And we're doing it. It's a fan choice. It's fan voted. People have been commenting. There's been a certain user that's been commenting every video we do. Well, we're fulfilling that wish. We're doing Kwaidan from 1964, I believe. Let me just read my notes on my phone.
Yeah, 64.
1964, yeah. Directed by Masaki Kobayashi. It is based off a novel of short stories, ghost stories. Kwaidan means ghost stories, so it's 4 of them. I saw the runtime. It said 3 hours. I was like, oh no, what's going to happen? But I did not know it was an anthology film.
Yeah.
I did not know that, and that made the 3-hour runtime better.
Yeah, it's 4 individual stories split up amongst the 3 hours.
And I am a big fan.
And it's not even like balanced. Like it's certain ones get like an hour and a half or something. Like it's really weird.
But the last one does not get much time.
No.
Yeah,
it's like 20 minutes.
Cup of tea, yeah. It's a movie. I'm a big fan of horror anthologies. Mm-hmm. I like Creepshow, Tales from the Hood, even the VHS movies, VHS 1 and 2. We'll leave it at that. I like all them, so this is a kind of in my wheelhouse of I like these little short stories, and this is a different kind of horror anthology. It's not based on the scares. It's more of like a emotional horror.
Yeah, it's it's very much those Japanese
folklore,
fairy tale kind of stories, kind of like when we watched Onibaba and things like that, based in more of myth than Hausu, but still close.
Yeah.
It's much less of the shock and scare. You sit there and you watch the whole thing and you're waiting for a sharp turn or something, when somebody is obscuring their face, and it doesn't happen like that. It just creeps up, and it's just based around situations and doing something wrong when you shouldn't, and things like that. And it's
snitching. Yeah,
it's almost it's like a crazy Aesop's Fables kind of thing.
Yeah, I kind of thought of it as the tales are very Edgar Allan Poe-ish. Mm-hmm. They're very. I think I saw someone say, I was going through the letterbox to see, what's everyone else saying? Someone said it was Greek myths, and I'm it's very Greek myth kind of storytelling where I think it's Arachne. I think Arachne was her. She was the one
the weaver.
She's weaved, and then a guy got pissed off and turned her into a spider.
Yep.
Yeah. Or, those classic tales of hell, or the guy's pushing the boulder up, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It does feel that way, but that's Greek folklore. This is Japanese folklore, so it kind of,
Yeah, so you get more of spirits. Yeah. There's the will-o-wisp from Hoichi. Yeah. There's
the woman in the snow.
The woman in the snow, which is kind of a yokai story. It's really interesting because it's a quick I shouldn't say quick because it is 3 hours, but it's a way of showing a range of different kind of myths and folklore.
And they all look different too.
Yeah, they all look different. They all kind of have different themes.
Yeah.
For the most part. So it's really kind of an interesting retelling of these stories and being able to fit them all together.
Yeah. It's probably the most beautiful looking horror anthology film I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
It's the set design, the
composition of the shots really got me a lot.
The director of photography, a lot of things. The set dressing, the dressing of the people, the costume design is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Even the acting, also the makeup looks great too. It really
they take a lot of that.
It feels like a dream, when Hoichi sees the ghosts. Mm-hmm. In that kind of that orange sky, kind of there was more red sky. It was just, it felt like a dream. And there on the Criterion channel, they have supplements on it. And I watched the Guillermo del Toro talk about for like 3 minutes, which of course you can watch Guillermo del Toro talk about anything film, right?
Yeah.
And he was just like, he kept going, it's like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And it really feels like it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's got an air of timelessness with it.
Yes.
And where I was hopping in with the makeup, like the makeup is very kind of Japanese theater, but it's not overbearing.
Yeah.
It really kind of it's really seamless. It works in there because like Hoichi keeps seeing those will-o-wisps, and his face gets like whiter and whiter. If you notice, just like how in the first story, as the guy's waking up in that nightmare kind of deal.
Oh yeah.
Every time you see him, his face is getting older. His hair is getting whiter.
Yeah.
It's like sucking the life out of him.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
I thought of like a more awful way for him was it was sucking the life away from him. I thought it was like he was stuck in an eternity of waking up. That's how I thought that would be more of a torture for him for leaving his wife. Jeez, dude.
I just think it's like it kind of it almost like the painting of Dorian Gray kind of did it to him. Like that was that kind of story where he comes back and his wife hasn't aged and it's been a while. Like, she still looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
And, like, the home you see is kind of a little more decrepit, but not, like, too much. But, you know, it's as if she's neglected it just weaving the whole time.
Yeah.
And then when he wakes up, it's just shambles.
And bones. And
the floor is half gone, and he's fallen through, like, trying to walk away.
That was, like, the most Tales from the Crypt kind of episode.
Yeah.
It's a kind of story where he gets his comeuppance a little bit.
Yeah, because that's the big thing, is he's wronged his wife, and it just kind of...
For his own avarice. His own greed.
And to his credit, like, the wife, when he comes back, like, points out, like, you were just, you know, trying to make a better life. Like, I can't fault you. Because he never says he doesn't love her.
Yeah.
Which I thought was nice. Unlike the second wife.
It's just tales of, like, sadness. It's very, like I said, emotional heart. It's very, like, loneliness, longing, missing.
Yeah.
Regret. There's a lot of things going on with it. But a lot of our anthologies just, like, spooky monster pops out, right?
Yeah, no, it's a lot of... like people either making a mistake and paying for it, or just kind of like Hoichi being fooled by the will-o-wisps, and then what ends up happening to him is because of the carelessness of others and things like that, and it's refreshing.
What
I would say.
What is your favorite of the four tales?
I always like the backgrounds from the second one with the woman in the snow.
Woman in the snow.
Because like it starts off and it's got like an eye shape right in the center in the background. You're like, man, this is no bueno.
That's my favorite. I love the story. I love the ending of it. I like the eyes in the sky really are creepy, and also when they're like in the daytime, and obviously that background is painted, like that kind of like sunrise, sunset kind of painting. Like, yeah, I think that was one of the best looking. It had one of the kind of more sadder endings.
I really liked Hoichi as well.
Yeah, Hoichi's it's the iconic one.
And what's great is as you can see with the ending runtime, like they don't breeze through too many of them. Like, it's enough to get you, like, knowing what the backstory is and what kind of characters we're dealing with without, like, pummeling you with exposition. Like, it just lets it play out, and then just moves forward with the story, and it doesn't it's very leisurely, very deliberate.
Yeah.
Is what I would say. Is the pace of the movie. Every pan, every camera movement is very deliberate and steady. There isn't any like. It doesn't really rely on too many tricks. It just relies on the story.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like about it.
Yeah, that's what makes it work. So, Joe, buy, rent, or stream, or skip.
I'm gonna say it's a solid rent.
Really?
I think it's good to watch, at least once. If you really love it, of course, go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
I think everybody should watch it at least once.
Yes. Is it essential horror anthology? It's an essential horror movie to watch. I see a lot of people say it's a horror masterpiece. I see a lot of people say...
I would say if you're a horror fan, it's definitely a must-watch. Yeah. Especially if you're dabbling into foreign horror movies.
Just know it's not going to be like normal foreign horror movies like Ringu, or it's not going to be like that. It's very kind of like I said, it's not jump scare. It's not monsters. It's not. Yeah. It's ghost stories, and ghost stories are usually a little more of despair.
But I definitely think like it's not one of those ones where, like I've said in the past, like certain people aren't going to like this at all.
Yeah.
Like I think that is a much smaller portion of people. Yeah. Like if you just give the movie patience and stick with it, it's well worth the watch.
Yeah. I'll say bye. I think it's a solid buy. I want to own it in my collection. Like I said, it's great. Every tailed in, there's a lot of horror anthologies that you watch that don't deliver. Like on certain stories don't deliver, but some stories like the VHS movies are perfect example where some are great and some are just nope. You could skip that.
Right.
Most of the ABC's Death, that's another one. That's you can just skip a lot of them. This one had no stories that would skip, and it was very tough to decide, is it Hoichi or is it A Woman in the Snow? But then you have the first one, which I was thinking was like the Black Silk?
The Black Hair.
Black Hair.
And then...
that one was like...
The Man in the Cup of Tea.
Yeah.
Like, again, it doesn't... Nothing really overstays its welcome.
Yeah.
It's just moving on to another great story.
Yeah, so I'd say bye. And I think it's funny that the first ever Criterion Connection was a Japanese horror movie. And the 100th episode is a Japanese horror movie.
Yeah.
The Hellsu was number one, and Kwaidan, I forgot the name of the movie we were talking about.
Stay tuned for episode 200, Jigoku. Another Japanese horror movie.
Pencil that in. Or you guys can vote it in the 100 episodes, which is 2 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Roughly.
Yeah. So let us know in the comment section below. What do you think about Kwaidan? I know a lot of people are going to chime in. Please. And also share the video. I want Criterion Connection to grow bigger. I want the next 100 episodes to be bigger than the last 100 episodes, pretty much. So share to your friends. To any other cinephiles you know. Let us know other movies we should do. There's a lot of horror movies we should do because October, time is going by real fast, and October is coming. Yeah, usually October we
need to start writing them down now.
Yeah, so we're gonna start writing down these horror movies. Originally, this was gonna be like on this October's holiday.
Yeah,
that was
because it barely missed out last October.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know in the comments section below. Next week we're gonna pre-tape the episode, so I can just tell you what next week's episode is. It comes out on Blu-ray and DVD this month. It's a Hedwig and the Angry Inch, not Itch. Keep on saying Itch. Inch. Yes. They even say it in the movie. That's funny.
It's very important.
Yes. So that's what we're doing next week. We're doing a punk rock musical. So till next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm still Joe.
And we'll see you later.